Hello water sign people, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. Welcome to your Lionsgate portal reading for the 8th of the 8th. What's going to expand the 4th to the 10th of August. Yes, and it's going to be general, so please take the bits that resonate and let the rest go. Let's welcome in the high frequency archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and of course our higher selves, just for this reading. Okay, water people, let's see what's going to jump out of the center here. None other than the Temperance for the center of your reading. Being guided to do a circular spread for today, being the in the shape of a portal, like sort of circular. And interestingly, you have the World, Temperance and Empress right across the center of your reading here. And underneath you have the moon as well. Some major arcana here. All right, I'm just going to absorb these energies and get back to you in a moment. Okay, water people, at the center here you have Temperance, the alchemizer, the blender, the balancer, the angelic, galactic, earthly being here, which is literally like a transmutational energy of change. And I feel that you're moving into these portal energies in a position of strength and adaptability. Okay, you have this a point of stability is your ability to have a nice balance of freedom and responsibility. You understand your your right to experience personal freedom in your life, but also that there are certain things that you need to take care of, and you have an understanding of that, and you're able to create balance. And that's going to be a pillar of stability for you to be able to keep that balance going. Okay. You also have a pillar of stability here, your Empress energy. So this is your ability to be grounded, to, I guess, take care of your health, take care of the home, take care of all those things sort of associated with Venus here, like, love, your relationships, taking care of things with care and paying attention to detail, and also being like spiritual, taking time for yourself, nurturing things. And this is going to be really supportive for you during these portal energies and for the future times as well. Interesting that across here we also have the moon. So this is sort of speaking about your depths here, water signs, your ability to, I guess, almost move with the moon phases, to understand your emotions, the power of the emotions and the depths, but also your intuition, okay? And also the difference between what's real and what's illusionary, or what is an illusion. And also that thing about frequency, like, we can move into our imagination, or we can even look at our dreams and analyze them, but it still has to do with frequency, okay? So it's the frequency that you are moving into. You do have, with, where should we go next? I'm guided to pick up the Eight of Swords here. Talking about this moon, I think there's some things that you're tweaking, which I think have sort of something to do with your sense of empowerment here. This is kind of like you. This is, this is a Cancer energy here. And, water signs energy, ability to be compassionate and understanding and hold space for others and for yourself, okay, despite a lot of confusion and stress and frustration and anxiety going on around you. And it could also be about you being able to master, if you start to experience those states yourself, you're able to master that and to have the understanding to know what you need to do to overcome those things, or to move through them, or both. But for some reason, you could still be feeling that you are not able to be this, or you're not able to express it, or that for some reason you're not wanting to be this, this empowered being. Let's grab clarification on the Eight of Swords right now on that note. Three of Swords. So this could be tied to some healing that you're doing. Okay, maybe there's some grief that you're experiencing. And sometimes when grief is sort of, in the background or sort of looming a little bit, it can sort of impede our ability to step forward. But I think it's a case now of divine timing. You have Temperance at the center, and it's only a matter of time, of the divine timing, as to when you will move into this. You also have it as a pillar of stability. You are indeed you have a greater understanding now of your authentic self here, water signs, and you are setting some boundaries. You are doing, step by step, you're doing what it takes to be able to give yourself permission to move into your true self. I'm just going to grab another one for the Eight of Swords there. Thanks, Spirit. The Seven of Cups. Yeah. So you could still well be looking at options as well. Okay, with regard to this. Maybe you're looking at your spirituality, your intuition, creativity, and maybe you could be also incubating on how you're going to start to express those things, and maybe you're going to bring them together in a new way. There could be something that you are alchemizing, that you are brewing there, and it could be maybe it's a type of healing that you're going to be working on, showing or expressing out into the world at some point. Now, another pillar of stability you have is the Four of Cups. So this could be, once again, that for whatever reason, there's something with regard to something emotional or something creative, spiritual or intuitive, that for whatever reason you are not feeling completely comfortable to take this up yet because of other things here that, let's just clarify that Four of Cups, because of, other things. And sometimes, we can be in this mood state where we have low motivation. We can become comfortable in that. So sometimes it can sort of feel like it's a familiar thing and it's regular. So it could just be even that you are going to be doing some meditation, which is a kind of a stable practice in itself. Meditation, regular meditation, is a good thing. Okay, but what I think you are contemplating here, water signs, and you're incubating on, is that you're really sort of contemplating this. There's a spiritual path that's going to be open to you, that's going to become more open to you, and maybe it's something that you're going to have a stronger sense of as a result of going through the portal energies. I think it's going to lift your frequency a bit up a notch, and you're maybe going to have an idea of what this cup is. It could even be that maybe you're looking at these three options here. I mean, you do have the Seven of Cups. So it could be that maybe, and this can happen with water signs, maybe there's so many options open to you, there's so many possibilities, okay, and maybe this is sort of, in some ways, it's causing a bit of stasis or a bit of indecision. But it could even be that what you're going to do ultimately is going to be a combination of these three things, and maybe this is what the path is going to be, and you're kind of really waiting for divine timing at the moment. This is kind of definitely what I'm getting from this, because you have the Temperance at the middle, in the center. Very patient energy, okay? Very patient. So let's talk about the King of Pentacles here. This is a point of shift. This has to do with your personal abundance and your ability to create the life that you want, your ability to take care of your own affairs. Okay, so maybe you are going to either be, if you've accumulated a bit of wealth, maybe you're going to be not just sitting on that, maybe you're going to be spending it or using it in a new way. Or it could be the reverse, where you are, if you haven't been focused on accumulating your financial stability, maybe you're going to be focusing on that a little more. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Thanks, Spirit. Too many cards. But yeah, Temperance at the center is very much energy of change. Wow, Queen of Wands. So this is empowerment. So yeah, I mean, maybe you're going to be using some of these funds to really step up into your empowerment and do something really spiritual, inspirational and motivating for others, or something that's really going to fire you up creatively. Interesting thing is Temperance is also a fire energy. This is the Jupiter in Sagittarius. So this is an energy of expansion as well. So, maybe you're going to be using some of your funds for that. Or it could be that you now, water signs, maybe you're coming into your strength, you're coming into your power, and it's going to enable you to generate more income and to create more financial stability for yourself. Whichever of those scenarios resonates there. let's clarify the... Well, I was sort of going to say the Four of Swords and the Emperor's just jumped out. So, and this is opposite the King of Pentacles, or pointing to it, which is sort of to do with your empowerment. So it's almost looking as well like, you know, this is divine feminine and divine masculine. This actually makes it a good couple, actually, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. You know, almost like a power couple, okay? So, and here we have the Emperor, so the embodiment of your empowerment. And, you know, this is a you know, a point of shifting as well, is this idea of meditation, of coming into contact with your higher self, water signs. If you feel like you haven't been doing that quite enough, maybe you're going to be doing more meditation, because, you know, basically basically the masters of the future, the masterful ones that are going to be, I guess, guiding and leading people forward, are going to be the ones that have the ability to meditate, to be able to shift their frequency, to be able to you know, experience joy and all the rest of it, and experience a full range of emotions, but then also to be able to be come into center, okay, to not enable frequencies and confusion and frustration to throw them off to such an extent that they lose balance, that they you know, go to that side or that side, and they start creating dramas and wars and all the rest of it, okay? They are not going to be the masters of the future, okay? The masters are going to be the ones that can come into wisdom, compassion, understanding, centeredness, okay? And they are going to be the leaders, okay? And I think water signs, that this is what this is saying. This is like Poseidon, okay? Or Neptune, not sure. But, you know, and here you are, you know, King of Cups. You have that within you to be this a leader, okay, of that is here to help others. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, Wands. Clarified by the Ten of Wands. So you're almost there. Okay, if you have been I guess working really hard on creating your authenticity, creating the boundaries, creating the life that you want, and being able to be your authentic true self, you're almost there. Okay, Ten of Wands. Basically, you are so close. Okay, and here we have the awakening. Yeah. Okay, so you are going to be awakening up into your, you know, this is your almost angelic self here. High frequency self. You have the Empress and the Emperor in your reading. So your divine masculine and divine feminine aspects are going to be coming forward, activating together. Okay, let's just grab these three cards to finish off. Actually, we're going to grab an oracle as well. So we also have the Four of Swords, which we've just doubled up on. So this is meditation, contemplation, doing some creative visualization, you know, understanding the depths of your consciousness and different types of consciousness, even looking at, you know, different brainwave states, okay, and practicing those things and just being able to really calm, center, using your breath, all that stuff. Here is the Chariot, moving forwards, preparing for a journey. You're definitely preparing here, water signs. You're preparing for your empowerment. You're preparing for the fact that other people are going to be looking to you for guidance. Okay. And here is the Knight of Cups. Looking at your emotions, paying close attention, giving yourself time to reflect. And, you know, looking at things like a dream, subconscious. I mean, we have the Moon here as well. So, yeah, this is kind of going to be the realm that you're going to be working in. I feel like you're going to be helping people with dreams, subconscious, you know, all this sort of stuff. This is like the therapist card. Okay, it's one of the therapist cards. And if, you know, being a therapist doesn't appeal to you, it might just be that you are going to create an art form, or you're going to do something in a creative way that's going to inspire other people to do the same. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be helping others. I feel there's going to be some gifts that you're going to be offering here. Some little gems of wisdom and some understanding. that is going to help people here. But, you know, I think there's just some, in divine timing, you're going to shift through these energies pretty well. But it's allowing yourself just the time and the space to, you know, to do that. Let's just pause and I'll grab you an oracle deck. Okay, water signs. I'm going to use the Water Temple Oracle. I haven't used this for quite a while because we have the Temperance at the center there, which is sort of very kind of like angelic. You also have this idea of empowerment. There's lots of gods and goddesses in here too, so this may give you some energies of you know, to help you with your empowerment, moving into your sovereignty, activating your talents, skills, gifts and abilities. Yeah, let's just grab one, cut the deck, and we will have the it's kind of stuck, it doesn't want to come out. Have we got two cards or one? We do have two. Goddess Ganja. Purification, I surrender to the river of love. I'll just pause and find this in the book. Okay, water signs. Here we have Goddess Ganja. Some other flow words here. It says, forget, be free, and rise. So this could help with letting go of some of those things that you wanted to let go of. Goddess Ganja encourages you to let go and let be. Accept what is, let go of what was, and believe in what will be. As the Ganges River rises from the glaciers of the Himalayas and flows forth to purify and sustain life, Goddess Ganja welcomes you into release and rejuvenate. Surrender everything that no longer serves you into her river of love. This deep clearing will renew and reawaken your soul. Liberate your spirit with tender-hearted self-compassion to let go of harm and hurt. Free yourself from resentment, disappointment, and regret so you can focus on living a more meaningful, blissful life. Visualize past hurts, burdens, and limitations flow away on a course to the great ocean of transformation. Imagine yourself floating on a river of bright flowers. As you release any stagnant remnants to Ganja, feel your physical boundaries dissolve and your light being expand and merge with everything that was, is, and will be. Rejoice and relinquish all heaviness to the blossoming water and emerge light-hearted and completely refreshed. In Goddess Ganja's embrace, you can forget fear, regret, and all you are supposed to be, have, and do. Rise in authenticity to claim your divine self and purpose. Breathe life into your new visions and liberate your spirit. Freedom awaits you. There's a small paragraph here. It says, as the personification of the Ganges River, Goddess Ganja offers transformation, a connection to ancestors and spiritual progression. The Pujari lead the worship of Goddess Ganja, gifting her flowers, chanting prayers, and anointing the foreheads of worshippers with red and yellow paste. Devotees immerse themselves in the waters of the Ganges for purification and consecration. Bathe, swim, and float in running water to relinquish burdens and revitalize the spirit. So utilizing water could be of assistance, or anything that moves you into flow. She's dancing here as well, so it could well be that dance may be a thing that will help you here as well, water signs. And dance can also be a great processor, help you to process trauma too in the body. Okay. So yeah, I think we might wrap it up there. Hope that's been helpful. So yeah, I think you're going to move through this portal with, you know, great positivity, feelings of abundance. And, you know, it's really just a matter of holding space for yourself, because you have so much empowerment here. You've got kings and queens and empresses and emperors in your reading. So, you know, there are going to be some big things to come for you. And I feel like you're just incubating a little bit longer until such time. But, you know, remember to just keep doing some meditation here. You have Four of Swords twice in your reading. Okay. Also perhaps some spirit guides too, that might just really tapping into that, and also your higher self, okay, that might really assist you. So yeah, hopefully that's been helpful. Look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, great week, and I'll see you again soon.